Having problems hearing this video. If the sound is too low, could you please email me? And also just the another point is that Eva Diaz is a writer, journalist, written a few books on trading and so forth. She's looking for ladies that have had experience or not experience, or that are simply trading Forex. She'd like to interview you. So if you're up for that, well then send us an email and I'll put you in contact with Eva. Okay, so the S&P 500 here, as you can see, the market's been moving up reasonably strongly, and we expect it to move higher now. So we're looking at this particular move up through here as a impulse wave to move higher up through here. So if I could even just label this here as we go, such there, a wave one there, a wave two here, the rubbish truck coming, and up for three here that's not developed just yet. Whoops, wave three there. So yeah, look, there's still more upside there, which is obviously good. It's we've been catching the robo trades up to the to the long side, and then there'll be wave 5 up here further, so basically taking out these new highs here. So this wave 3 here is not quite finished yet. We'll be looking up at the 17, 1720, these sort of areas up through here, but of course there's going to be problems at the old highs here, so just expect that. So with the S&P 500 here, we're labeling this move up here just like we did as wave 1, back for wave 2, up for wave 1, 2, and this wave structure here, the wave 3 here, is still unfolding at this point here. So then we'll have a wave 4 back, then a wave 5 here to make the wave 3 here. So still a fair way to go and trucking along quite nicely. Currently the market's working through the subgroup 2 area here, the 65, 72 and the 80. So once you've got good solid support on the 72 there, then look for support on the 80 to add to the trade, and you should be able to get up higher through there. So I'm just going to move to the European market now, rather than looking at the Dow Jones. Now, I've relabeled this because we're expecting new highs in the Dow Jones and the S&P 500. I've relabeled this to the best fit that I can do down through to here as a corrective structure, and looking at this more so as a impulse wave to the upside through here. And of course the Australian market has the same wave structure as this as well. So the move down in the Australian market will be labelled as an ABC, and we need to look at it also moving up in 5 waves as well. So in viewing that, this is how I've got it here. I'm still keeping it as a possible A, B and a C wave up here further as well, but let's, we have to go with, we have to rework a wave count to go with the sentiment of the market as well. So look, yeah, so as it stands at the moment from this low here, we'll just stay with this as, be mindful that an A, B and a C wave up there, and the C wave will have 5 waves in it as well. So it'll take us to the same point. But yes, wave 1, wave 2 to here. And then we're looking at 5 waves up for wave 1, back for wave 2, and then all the way up here for wave 3. Now wave 3 would be up for 1 and back for 2, and then the third wave up would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 up to here for the third wave. Fourth wave sideways and not complicated, but wave 2 is simple here, so wave 4 offers a more complex structure than wave 2 here. And then we're looking for wave 5 of 3 up through here. So I mean, obviously if you're trading up through here, it's going to get a bit choppy around the 5,000 through here, but the aim was to trade to 5,000 and get out. There will be some type of correction. This normally wave 4 would pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, which would be here, but I wouldn't count on that. But let's just see how it unfolds. So we can expect some type of corrective pattern in 3 waves across here before we see further upside, and which we'll see with the Dow Jones at 15,500, so, and the S&P 500 in group 2 there, and this will be at the 5,000. Let's have a look at the commodities. Okay, so gold, precious metals and base metals are pretty much tracking together. We're looking, as you know before, we're looking at the A wave, the B wave to here, and we're counting 5 waves up through here, and the strong move up here makes this like the 3rd wave through here. So we're seeing a little 4th wave reaction because we've got the arrival here at the 1300. We've got the reaction, which will be looking for support, and then we'll see the first high above the level up through here. Here we go, sort of on the intraday 20-minute here. This particular pattern through here appears corrective, so we should see another push making a new high through here. Nice 3rd wave here, 4th and 5th here. So yeah, a bit further up there. The silver would be the same as well in terms of, if I just come back here for silver a little bit, we were looking for the A wave up here, the A, the B and the C through to here, and then just counting 5 waves up here the best we can, and the idea was to be long above the 1900 and get to the 2000 there and exit $20, and so I just see now that we've got a little sort of 4th wave here. This could just go, that could be the 4th wave under here. I'm just allowing it to go an A and a B in 3 and a C here before we see further upside here. If it does come back down through here, it can possibly come to this target point here, the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. So just be mindful of that. That will be working through group 2 though, the 65, 72 and the 80 through here. Otherwise, while it's up here, it can just push higher through here in 5 waves. So the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4 and the 5 up through here. So you'd be trading subgroup 1 up here, 10, 20 and 30 through here. The wave 5 up through here should be about the same length as this guy here, as wave 1 here. The copper market, same pattern as well. Looking at this here to move up further. We had our target at 320, but I can see that this has just got more to go. In fact, this wave 4 here, it could be completed as an A and a B and a C. We just need to be a bit mindful that wave 4s can get a bit larger and pull back to the wave 4s of 1 lesser degree. However, that move up there, a move up going sideways normally produces the next move up here, which would be pretty should just pop up through there, but it doesn't really give me a nice 5 wave structure down through here. It's like a 4th wave sitting here, so I'm a bit dubious about it, but the main point is here is that we're expecting a new high, and of course that's going to be good for the BHPs of the world. So the oil market, speaking about BHP, here we've got a bit of a different scenario. We've got we've been tracking this structure up through here, and we've got to the top of the 3rd wave. We're looking for a reaction at 108, the profit taking number. Didn't quite get there, but good enough. So now we're looking for wave 4. Now the wave 4 can pull back 38.2%, which would bring us into the 102 area, which is also the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree as well, the 3, the 4 here. So that's a real possibility. Wave 4s also normally break the trend channel as well, so be mindful of that as well. So we expect that to, have some sort of A, B and C here that could pull back here. The other side of this is it's working with 105, isn't it? So when we look at 105 here, we can see pretty much that, look, we've only got 3 waves down here so far. I know it's a bit tricky to count, but basically this is one and 3rd wave here, 4th wave here, 5th wave here. So a nice long first impulse wave here, and then this structure here. I'll just check if I've got that. Yeah, I've got it here. So it's still basically market was moving quick in this first 5 waves here, which I've labelled 1 or A, but then the next 5 wave structure has been it's slowed down, hasn't it? So basically the first impulse wave was quick. The second one here. So really this could be, the whole ABC could already be tied up into here. And if that's the case, then you'd want to see support on the 105. The main point here is that the market slowed down into 105, and yes, it's come below it. So it hasn't really finished with 105. Yes, it's sort of retested it twice through here, but the second retest wasn't as low as the first one. So it can certainly punch higher from here. So allow it to, to work with the 105 and take it from that point. But just be mindful that we do have a 3-wave structure down here, which is corrective, and it can move up from here. So long on 105 would be the go. However, you need to also be mindful that it would be retesting supply back up through here. So you would need to, keep a tight rein on the situation because it's not really developed. This can just be the first leg to the downside. If this moves down in terms of wave 1 here, wave 2 here, a small wave 3 here, an A, B, C here, an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, and then stays under here and drops down for one more drop into here, then that would give you 5 waves down if that took that low out there, okay? So if you've got 5 waves down, then you're going to get a 3-wave counter trend. So yeah, it does appear to be the case, but end of market. So, FX. Now, but it's important that that all these commodities is sort of understood, the precious metals and the base metals, and we've got the opposite happening for oil here, as that, being Australia will have, being a commodity dollar, they're going to be affected. Okay, just looking at the euro on the weekly chart here, we can still see that the market is dealing with the 130 across here, which is the top of minor group 1. So the count that we have though is wave 1 down to here, the A, B, C here for wave 2, and then down for 1, then a 61.8 retracement level for wave 2 here, and then seeing it move down from that point there. However, regarding the trading levels, is that I see this here as fishing for support on top of the 130 there, which would actually give it a bullish bias at that point there. So we're in a rock and a hard place. We've got the Elliott wave structure on the bigger picture pointing to the downside, but yet we haven't broken support for short trades yet. So it's going to be a bit tricky for a while. So in that move coming down through from wave 2 here, this is how I've got it sort of labelled here, the wave 1 and wave 2 to here, the wave 3 to here in 5 waves coming down through to here. The wave 4 would be the A, the B and the C here for wave 4, and then the 5 waves that we were tracking down the other day here for this here. So that does leave us the strong move back up here from the headline news. So we're looking for some type of corrective pattern. It is true that that this can be counted as the ABC within here to the 61.8 retracement level, which is a bit lower than the 132. However, I think we just need to, we just need to let the market settle. We've had the headline news and the market is sort of settling. So this does count as a little 5-wave structure down through here. So I'm just calling it an A wave. The B wave pulling back up, testing supply at the 131, and then the wave C back down through to here before we see another move up here. So I'm kind of looking for a 3-wave structure for wave 2. Now, yes, it can be higher through here as well. The other point is that, yes, the market can move straight up through here as well and find support on the 131. So, analysis is different from trading. So what we try and do with trading is we try and find a wave structure that is going to point us in the right direction, and then we look for support, and then we trade to the resistance on the long side here. So if we were trading up through here, we would trade to that to that point there. So I suggest that now that it's touched on the 131 there or close to it, then we need to, that's like the arrival, the reaction, looking for support, and then it'll create the first high above the level, and then it'll have its little A, B, C, and then it'll find support. So it's a long way off to get the timing right. So you'd trade to the level, you'd wait for the whole process to go through, and then you would move back in. So that would need to happen at that point there. So yeah, anyway, that's the sort of picture that we're following. So just trade, keep the trading ranges short, which is also like the Australian dollar as well. The commodity dollars are the weakest at the moment. The yen would be the strongest in the marketplace. So look, it is a little bit tricky, but I think that we're on the right track since when we label this low in through here as wave, the wave 3 basically. Yes, it could be put here as well. I understand that, but it doesn't make much difference for the time being. So we can see that if this is the wave 3 here, then we're looking for the wave 4, which would be much higher up through here, and we'll be looking for that in 3 waves. So we'll be looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave just for the A wave there, then the B wave, then the C wave. So there's a lot to be had here, and I'm just not sure. Because the flip side of all of this too is that the price at the moment it is in group 1 here, minor group 1, 91, 92 and 93. If it found support on top of 93, well, that we'll be looking straight up from that point. It's just a bit tricky within this structure here, and it bounces around a lot like it has been doing. So that means that really need to trade within side of each one of these minor levels here. So we'll be looking at sub-level trading within all of that. So this is the pattern, just a bit sort of cleaner through here as well. It does appear corrective. It appears corrective in this structure moving up through here, and this structure moving up through here is very much like this structure here as well. And sure, we can count that up for 1 and back for 2 here, and maybe we could look at this as wave 3 and a wave 4 across here and wave 5 up to here, but it would still just give us an A wave to here, a B wave to here, and a C wave to there. So we've really got overlapping wave structures within here. Yes, it could be counted as positive as well, but then we'd have to label it in such a way that up for wave 1 here, back for wave 2 here, up for wave 3 here, and this would just be wave 1 here and wave 2 here, as long as that holds in place here, okay? But one of the problems with that is that this move coming down through here, it counts quite well as a 5-wave structure through here. So we'll see what comes of that. I'll just check on that actually, just while we're here. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we've got 1, 2, 3, okay, to there, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, down for 1, cross for 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it does count as 5, so it's possible. So look, anyway, the main point is that you just need to trade the levels until it sorts itself out. The commodity dollars are the weakest, but at the same time we can see the precious metals moving to the upside, and also the base metals as well. So once again, if the market pushes up through here, this is like a little wave 1 and wave 2 here, and you can see the 1, 2, oh, that's all part of 3, 4, 5 into here. So we are getting an impulse wave through here, so there'll be some type of correction across here. If support is found on 92, then run with that to the upside. If that's not the case and you're looking for short, then you'll need that 65 there as the first, well, the 72, then the 65, and then the 50 on the short side. But while it's above the 72, you need to trade to the long side and keep the stops under the 70, under the 60, under the 65 there. So look, once again, just wait for the market to open and see how it pans out for the day. If the 92 trades as support, then you'll be trading to the long side. And the interesting thing there is that coming back into this corrective pattern through here, where are we, back in here, if this is correct and we got this A wave in place and the B wave can be this guy here, then the C wave will be looking to make new highs up through here, so it could move up through here. So that support on the 92, there's a real balance line for that to move much higher through there. But the other thing too is you can't expect a really clean trend out of all of this. As you can see that this little structure here, is kind of a fingerprint for the larger structure here. So it's not going to be easy, and you just need to trade within those sub-level structures there as support and resistance. So you can't go long until you've got 92, the closest largest number, as the support. So a bit of a rock and a hard place. So probably better off looking at the yen actually. Alrighty, well that's it. So enjoy the weekend, and we'll speak shortly.